Hey guys, welcome to Road Riot. I'm Ladrib.
I'm Alex Vanover.
I'm Let's Flyer C.
And I'm Bubby FPV.
And this is a flight controller. A flight controller is basically the brain of a drone. This controls how the drone stabilizes itself, sends all the signals to the motor, creates the on-screen display. I mean, this is a really impressive bit of technology. And today, for us FPV pilots, it's pretty easy to get your hands on one of these. But you know, just a few years ago, back in like 2015, 2016, they were a lot harder to get. I mean, we were buying like $100 open pilot boards, and they're really hard to get, and they didn't fly nearly as well, right?
Right.
And before even that, it was even more difficult. Flight controllers didn't even exist, and people were actually making their own flight controllers with an Arduino. One board that has a bunch of inputs and outputs, and you can program it to, you know, say, look at the light from a light sensor, and based on the level of light, activate a servo, or really anything you can think of. So people were using Arduinos to create the first ever quadcopter mixers, where they would send outputs to 4 different motors based on the inputs of a radio. But what really makes quadcopters possible to fly is having an IMU, a gyro, and an accelerometer that can sense the motion and the absolute angle of the drone to help that drone be able to fly.
Right, you got to tell the flight controller what the drone's doing so it can know how to compensate.
And this is, I think, the most interesting part of these early pioneers who are making their own flight controllers, is where the gyro came from.
Some of the very first hobby drones that ever existed were built based off of a video game. Back in the day, people actually used to take apart the Nintendo Wii game controllers and rip out the inside guts of them, pull out the gyros, and they would take apart the nunchuck and pull out the accelerometer from inside so that you could stabilize the drone. All these parts actually came from a video game. It was a cheap way to get those parts. So this is a modern day drone with an old school Nintendo Wii game controller built flight controller. This is a home built flight controller. So I know what you're thinking. This is a Wii controller. This is not a Wii controller. In the early days of Wii, you actually had to clip on a separate device to get access to the gyros in the Wii Motion Plus. The newer versions of the Wii remotes have all that built in, so it was less bulk and less pieces and parts you had to swing around. Today we don't really care too much about the accelerometer, at least not in freestyle drones, because we don't want self-stabilized flight. We want to freestyle, we want to fly completely in manual control. So I didn't take the time to actually rip apart the nunchuck to get the accelerometer out of it, but if you really wanted to have the full capabilities of the software, you could technically pull apart this nunchuck. Rather than rip apart a perfectly good looking Wii remote, we're going to go on the internet and buy a generic Wii Motion Plus and just take out the pieces that we need. I've already cut some of these things off of here, but this right here is our 3-axis gyro that we're gonna be using to build our flight controller. I thought it would be more intense than this, but it turns out it's just a little board that all we need. We basically take off the components from the board, and this is our gyroscope that we're gonna need to attach to our Arduino, which we're gonna load the software on, which is gonna communicate between the two, and then we'll have a working flight controller when it's all said and done.
You're tired of spending $40 on a flight controller, save money!
You can go out and buy a $10 Arduino and a $15 piece of equipment from Nintendo, and then you have a $25 flight controller that flies much worse.
Crack open. Yeah, you think Betaflight's hard to use, just wait until you're trying to do multi-Wii.
Multi-Wii, that name just sounds so old. I'm like listening to all you guys, I'm like, what the heck is all that stuff? I started off on a Brain FPV Radix board on Betaflight 357, and like
F4?
Yeah, it was an F4.
Back in my day,
Back in
we didn't even know Betaflight. Betaflight didn't exist.
Let's see how it flies.
I mean, I think it's gonna be really interesting, because we've got the most archaic, old school flight controller possible with modern ESCs, modern high performance motors.
Like really good.
Yeah, we're even running BL Heli 32 ESCs. Not that you can take advantage of any of that stuff with this old firmware.
And not to mention the HD video system. I mean, when we were when we were flying home-built flight controllers, I mean,
not only was it hard to fly, but it was hard to see.
Yeah, I mean, you were using like security cameras that were decased and all sorts of stuff.
Super narrow lenses, not even goggles, just screens usually.
Yeah. So this thing definitely has a leg up on like the drones as a whole back in the day.
Absolutely.
But I think this is still going to give us an idea of what type of flight controller performance they were working with when FPV drones were really starting out.
There are some uniquenesses about this that I want to warn you about, so you don't break it immediately. Okay. This doesn't have air mode. It doesn't have an idle up, and if you drop the throttle below 5%, the drone just loses all control.
Just stop, huh?
They don't completely
what do you mean
stop.
they stop?
They stay spinning.
So back in the day, Bubby, again, when we were flying uphill both ways, if you lowered your throttle all the way, the props stopped.
What?
The props would come to a stop,
like, what?
and you would be a dead duck. and then you could raise the throttle and start the prompts, but then the drone had shifted, so it would like snap back and sometimes overwhelm the
drop to zero
controller.
throttle.
Yeah.
Really?
This
isn't a joke?
So
This
then,
is not a joke.
So then
This is not a
the first solution to that would be in your radio. You'd have a setting. You would flip a switch.
Okay.
So that even when your stick was down all the way, it would keep like 5% throttle, and that was called idle up.
Oh, another thing that I want to warn you about is it doesn't like to disarm if the throttle's not all the way down.
Okay.
All right, so if you're in the mid throttle and you hit disarm, it ain't gonna disarm. It doesn't just drop out of the sky like Betaflight. You literally have to disarm and drop the throttle. Otherwise, it won't technically disarm. So be warned that when you come down to land, drop the throttle and disarm at the same time.
Okay.
Also,
when
if
you're
on the pitch stick, you go up, up, down, down, left, right, left,
BA
right.
select start.
You.
Yeah.
Now he's joking.
Now he's choking.
Wow. Oh, whoa, what was that? What the heck was that?
It does stuff that you don't expect.
Whoa, no! What the heck? This thing is, wait, I can't fly this thing! Oh my god, what the heck? I hate
Nearly
this.
adopted the darkness.
Oh my
we
God.
were born in it.
Oh, dude, I'm at like 60% throttle. What is this?
Is everything?
Why?
I started automatic.
I bet you Sharp.
Oh, no, I just did a roll. Let's go.
Yeah, back in the day.
I bet you Sharpoo's old videos look really good to you now, right?
Yeah.
I'm so impressed by them now. Like
Back in the day, that roll was pro. You were like, oh my god, you shot a gap. Like
to be honest,
it's
like
insane.
if I'm gonna be honest, like watching a lot of the old school videos, I didn't realize how hard it was to actually fly the quad. So like, I have a new level of respect for you guys.
I started 2 years ago, then you don't understand how good those videos
Exactly,
are.
that's what I'm saying.
When they're so
You
smooth
zoomer.
and the quads are flying good.
Whoa, what the heck was that? I didn't do that. I did not do that. Why are the rates so low?
I cranked them up. They were even lower than
What?
the
How do you?
factory.
Oh my.
Oh, you can't really go full stick. Try a full stick roll and see what happens.
oh gosh, do it.
Oh, what the heck was that? What?
What was that? What did you do?
I did the roll. I don't.
All right, you just go up and there we go.
Oh, that was
you
so
dropped throttle
scary.
too long.
No, I didn't drop throttle at all.
No, not there.
If you go a full stick roll and have that much speed,
Whoa! What did you do?
I don't know.
Honestly, I think you just saturated the gyro, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I think that it
I
can't
think you
work
flipped-
as fast. I think I don't think that it actually sends updates fast enough to compensate for such a fast.
Yeah, you know
high-speed
how
roll.
we were like, you were like 8K,
Yeah,
and all that?
yeah.
This is like 500.
Wait, so did you start on for the quad that flew like this? Or like
Not this bad.
Okay,
no,
not this bad?
I was kind of 3 or 4 stages past this.
Okay.
But like my quads definitely had that drunken feel that you're saying where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, but not. I'm excited to try this. This will also be for me the.
I mean, back in this day, if you crashed like that, you pretty much went home and rebuilt your drone.
This is actually like kind of like I want to build one of these now just to see how good I can get.
you
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, you want to crack open Nintendo Wii?
Whoa.
Yeah, I think you should power cycle it. The coolest thing for me when I was watching Sean build this is that like, so you've got the Arduino,
Yeah.
which is like, it's an Arduino, what does he have? An Arduino Nano, is that what you used?
Yep.
So it was like a little rectangular board, and then the board that has the gyro on it out of the Wii is like a separate board. So there's no one flight controller in there.
So how many boards are there?
There's 2. There's one that does the flight controller thinking,
Okay.
and one that has the gyro, and they're just connected with soldered wires.
I don't see battery voltage, but okay.
Yeah, you don't have.
On-screen display, yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow, yeah, you think...
Oh,
Really?
You
Yeah.
got a
he's-
timer on the radio. That's how you know how.
Really?
your battery-
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
there we go. Let's go. Dude, okay, I'm just put stick center. Whoa,
Isn't it
why
crazy
did
how you literally have to power cycle it just to get it to
Look,
go
yeah,
back
I'm
to
going in a
normal again?
straight line and my sticks are not even centered. Like,
Yeah,
I have to.
It drifts a lot. And that's the best tune I could get it. I literally spent hours tuning this thing to try to get it as good as I could get it. This is the best tune I can come up with.
Let's go. I'm gonna throw another roll.
Yeah, there's no filters. There's no special fancy stuff. You
Woo!
got PID on pitch roll and yaw, and that's it.
You've done open air rolls, made it through some gates. Matty flip, right? That's the next thing.
Sure.
I can guarantee you no one has ever Matty flipped a multi-Wii flight controller.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, maybe. Send me your videos if
There's
you...
no way.
Oh, you went through the
my
gate?
God,
I meant
no,
Matty
He didn't
flipped
go
the
through
trees.
I thought that too. He
Holy
went for
crap,
the
why
gate.
don't you just do the
gate
trees?
is easier because the tree's big.
Well, no, there's this huge gap. That's the point.
What? I mean, if you can do the gate, go for it, but...
Oh, so
whoa!
It wasn't clean.
Do you think you could do the gate?
I think the gate would be easier.
Okay. Okay, Zuber.
Yeah, super.
No
Oh
way.
my gosh, he almost did it. Oh my
I don't even know where my
God.
battery's at. It's funny. Dude, this is full yaw. Why is it so slow though? Like, shouldn't it still be able to?
That's how it was.
Oh!
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I'm gonna bring it in because your battery might be just dead.
The multi-wee Matty flip.
Oh my gosh.
Did you hear that oscillation?
Oh my god.
No, it's Nope.
That's a
Oh,
lot of
God.
fun. That experience was so good. I don't even know if I can go back to modern quads.
That's what Bubby was talking about. This is pretty bad. I'm like having to hold full right yaw just to go in a straight line.
Now try to do a left yaw.
Oh yeah, she yaw's good.
What? Didn't yaw good
She's
for me.
got some some kick to her, but you know.
Yeah.
Dude, I think it's somewhere with the gyro. I knew I wasn't that bad.
This is like, look at my stick. This is to go in a straight line. Look at my yaw.
I'm telling you, my Wii bowling balls are always going off to the left, and I think it's because that gyro has been off the whole time.
Oh, come on, just go right. I'm full right yaw. I'm full right yaw. Come on.
Hey, not towards us.
Bank and yank, baby.
I'm
Bank and
making
yank.
yanking, baby.
Power loop.
That was a legit power loop. I'm full right yaw right now trying to turn.
Let's see your Rubik's Cube.
A Rubik's Cube? Okay.
Rubik's.
I gotta get to
Just
It's
turn.
really high.
Get some altitude. Oh my gosh.
Let me get more altitude. Let me get more altitude.
You could have made it.
No, I need more. Let me get more.
You could have made
The
it.
gyro is definitely messed up after that crash. This is like, I'm like holding full right just to like keep it straight. It won't turn right anymore.
That's pretty high.
Oh, okay.
Easy.
Inverted yaw spin.
I was thinking
Oh
the
my
same
gosh,
thing.
this-
You got it.
I don't know if I'll be able to get out of it though. If I just mess up the gyro.
Don't do it over the tree.
Yeah, tell me if I think I'm over the field.
Yeah, you're good. Right here. Oh, kinda.
I mean,
So
yeah,
you get like
just-
2 degrees.
I have to hold so much throttle just to keep it from
Which way is the faster yaw spin?
left. Yeah, so that's what I was going left.
Oh, there it is. Yes. Oh, no. Yes.
I was like, I guess he doesn't have any more. He doesn't have any more.
That's how it was, man. Just doing simple open air tricks was like mind blowing.
Ground effects
I see
saved.
now. I see why now.
That was good though. I'm pretty proud of that flight.
That was awesome.
To be fair, I have flown quads that fly. It's been like 10 years, and I've flown some stuff that's about that bad. That's how it used to be.
I'm pretty impressed with the fact that we built that flight controller and it flies as good as it does.
I don't think with the older stuff you could have done inverted spins, Matty
No, the
flips.
motors
You
and
just
the-
couldn't have done
yeah.
it. So like, kind of combining the two is the only way you're even able to do it.
There was a point in the history of drone technology where yaw made a huge improvement, a huge leap, and I was super excited because I could actually do a really fast yaw at that point. But up until that point, yaw was really slow.
Yeah, they had to figure something out. I mean, yaw, the best way to get good yaw back in the day on a multi-rotor was to build something with an articulated motor like a tricopter.
Yeah.
That's why tricopters happened, was because yaw on quadcopters, really yaw on anything
Exactly,
that was relying solely on that vectoring the angular momentum just didn't work that hot. But they figured out something eventually, right?
Yeah, they figured out something and they were able to just get that yaw performance to be amazing to where it actually surpassed tricopters.
It's so weird seeing that he's given it everything he's got, and it's just like,
It's barely moving. When I originally built this, I didn't have a way to mount the flight controllers to the drone because they don't have the amazing little 30 by 30 mounting holes that we use today on our flight controllers. I ended up just mounting it into the drone with double-sided tape in the first couple stages. So I ended up 3D printing these mounts to actually lock them in place so that they would be a little more stable. It also added the soft damping effect of TPU that we would normally get for gummies on our current modern flight controllers. So it kind of added a little bit of damping to it to help it fly a little better too. Well, when I originally built this, I didn't have these 3D printed parts ready yet. I literally put it together with double-sided tape because I wasn't sure which direction the gyro needed to face.
Gotcha.
The first couple flights didn't go so well. Yeah, that ain't right.
You can't just change the gyro like
You take it up.
in the configurator.
Right, yeah.
In some code.
Let's show you what the configurator
Yeah,
looks
can you
like here.
show me this? I'm really curious.
There you
That's
go.
what the configurator used to look like.
I can see the pixels.
You see all of that tuning you have access to? That's all your tuning right there. That's what you get. I went through hundreds and hundreds of lines of code trying to just figure out how it all worked. It was kind of cool because I learned the software. You can learn the software just by reading the code if you know a little bit about coding. And you can figure out how everything works and how everything connects together. It's kind of cool, but it's very tedious and time consuming. Turns out I only had to change a couple of values, but knowing which values to change was the tricky part. And without having the proper documentation, it was really difficult and time consuming for me to try to figure out in code what I needed to change to make it work with just the regular Wii remote, which is the first piece of software that was written.
So what type of receiver protocols do you guys use? Like
So this was all PWM. Back in the day, we didn't have S-Bus, we didn't have D-Shot or multi-shot or any of that fancy stuff. We had one wire for yaw, one wire for pitch, one wire for roll, one wire for throttle, and one wire for aux.
Really? You had to do that many
That's it.
wires?
Yes,
You
a
couldn't-
wire for everything. And so the cool thing about the way I set this up, I'm actually running Crossfire, but the Crossfire Nano receivers, you can actually program each pad on the board to do what you want it to do. So I actually set it up to be channel 1, channel 2, channel 3 through 6. So I have channels 1 through 6 actually mapped from the Crossfire Nano into the board. I'm an old technology.
It's crazy.
From a new receiver. Yeah.
I can't wait to see this drip flow.
Old people stuff.
Okay, so if you just hold yaw. Oh my god, the latency! Oh, it feels like I'm gonna move the stick now, and then it moves. Oh, it feels like a half second or more of latency. Like it feels, oh, that's what it feels like to me. All right, let's just see this roll action. Whoa, a little too much roll there.
Too much
Let's
roll.
try one the other way. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if you give it full stick, the gyro can't keep up. It's kind of crazy.
That wasn't full stick. Are you kidding me?
Do full stick.
Okay, I'll do one
Go
full
pretty
stick.
high.
Full stick. Okay, yeah, it feels like it's doing it in chops.
It is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's doing it like, here we are. Oh no! A little emblem there, a little emblem.
Sick. That was smooth.
Yo, Drew is really good at flying the squad. Drew is like ripping.
Oh no! I was trying to link a Matty flip.
Dang.
All right, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to trippy spin this thing.
You're too good at flying. Stop. Yo.
What?
Yo.
What?
How much right yaw are you holding? You don't look like you're holding much. Maybe your calibration was like.
I'm
better.
holding a left yaw actually.
Really?
That's what it was for me too.
I was holding right.
Changes every time you plug in.
Because I'm like, it looks like it's flying really good right now.
May look that way. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, he's actually. Wow, that looks really good.
Oh, I can really only pull one rotation. Trying to link more, it just doesn't want to do it.
Yours seems more powerful.
It's flying much better.
You think it is?
I
not-
think so.
No,
Dude, I was holding full
I
right
think
yaw.
I'm just that good, man. I think I'm just that good.
I don't think so.
Are you kidding me? I'm working this thing. Okay, it's called finesse, children. Okay.
Oh, I've been flying longer than you. I think it just depends on what it feels like when you plug it in, really. Like, I really do feel like that.
You guys are jokers. Here, I'm gonna land this. I'm gonna hand the controller to you and
Hand it to
show
me.
you
Give it to me.
that there's no difference. Okay, I'm just
I'll
gonna
go
land it
first,
right
yeah.
here.
Just undo the thing.
These kids really think I'm cheating. I'm cheating.
It's way better.
No, it is not.
It's way better. It's
How?
way better. It's way better.
Look at it.
I will say that.
It's way better.
I will say that I noticed that if you plug it in, sometimes the gyro does better than other times. Sometimes it won't even take off the ground. It's really weird.
Oh,
don't know
he's
why.
trippy spinning.
Oh my gosh, he's doing it so good. Look at that.
I told you it's flying better.
I want to try this.
No,
thing.
give it back. Give it back. Give it back.
I kind of want. I'm gonna try this.
It's way better now. Way better.
No.
I'm trying.
Yeah, just did a trippy spin.
Yeah,
me see.
after
Nice
you saw
landing.
me do it.
It flies way better now than when I flew it. I'm not kidding you. It genuinely flies way better. It flies way better.
What changed?
What did I do?
Nothing. That's how it flies. the
Okay,
whole
well,
time.
Bobby still can't fly, but
It does not fly any
I want
different.
to flee it.
I promise you genuinely, it flew better. And for two reasons why. First off, I think the real reason is just the gyro calibration was better on your plug-in than it was
because
on
I'm
mine.
not over.
Mine, I was
Here,
full
flies,
right yaw. I
flies.
couldn't
That's
do
crazy.
anything.
It flies Yeah, it's just a lot faster. There's more throttle.
What are you talking
And I can leave the stick centered and it just doesn't go anywhere. I was having to hold
No,
so
it's
much.
true. I was
I
Bobby. At the
just
same
started.
time, Bobby, you're not holding our case very well when you crash it into
I think the battery died.
Sometimes when you drop throttle slowly, it'll decide it wants to drop throttle fast.
What?
It just does what it wants. It's weird.
Drew flew at the best. He flew at the best.
This actually is a phenomenon. Like back in the day, performance was so inconsistent. I mean, it would just be from like still, today, changing temperatures, air pressure, plastic props are a little softer, stiffer, the gyro's warm, whatever. Like the quads might fly a little different from one day or a week to the next, but like back in the day, from one plug-in to the next, it could feel like just drastically different results just because it just was weird.
Yeah, now it's really consistent. It really makes you appreciate what we have in our modern day stuff because you can just plug it in and go.
I'm excited. We got a home-built flight controller to even fly. I mean, the fact that it flies good enough to do a trippy spin, I mean...
Yeah, it really did fly. It flew better because of the modern day frame and motors, but like the actual flight feel on the sticks I felt that before. It really just, again, makes you appreciate how much the technology has come along. And anyone who's just started flying in the last 6 years, in my opinion, is not going to really be able to know the difference.
It's so hard to communicate just what it feels like. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are just seeing it move on the screen, but I don't know. It's hard to we're really working at trying to keep it under control. It's like riding a one of those mechanical bulls. You're just
a little bit.
There's a little bit of it's doing what it wants, and you just gotta kind of guide it.
It's an armadillo, is that?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
dude! I've never seen an armadillo.
Hey, buddy.
There's just a dillo, man.
Where's my phone?
Look at the dillo. Look at him digging.
He's digging though.
He is digging.
I've never seen an armadillo in real life.
I think they have these in California. He's just digging. What's he looking for? It's so cute. Do you know about this double whip?
What if I did it off the table?
Do it all.
What
oh my
is
God.
this?
Oh my god.
What is happening?
Double whip.
What is happening?
You got wood right below you. Just keep...
Oh!
What in the heck?
God!
That was the most lame thing I've ever seen in my entire life.